Good afternoon, my learners. This afternoon, as well as teachers, I'm aware that in this kind of sessions, we have both learners and teachers, which is very good. Teachers, you should note down those very important other issues that I might not clarify very well because of time. Note them down so that you can discuss them further with your learners. We are going to discuss the general structure of our paper 2 for this year. And I'm going to use the exemplar paper that you already have at your schools there. It is an exemplar paper that comes from DBE nationally. It was sent early in the year, and this exemplar paper was availed to all schools, and I'm sure your teacher has got a copy of this paper. I will use it so that we just have a look at how paper 2 will be looking like from question 1 until the last question. If you look at page 2 of the question paper, you will see that it is that area where we are given instructions and information. That is a very important session. You will see number 1, read the following instructions carefully before answering the questions. Number 1, number 2, number 3, clearly show all calculations, diagrams, graphs, etc., which we have used in determining your answers. Number 4, number 5, number 6, I'm sure number 6 I'll want to read it again. If necessary, round off answers to 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. The paper says here round off to 2 decimal places, and it says round off answers. It means you only round off when you come to the answer. That is number 6 on this one. That's very important. I want you to take note of such instructions. Number the answers correctly according to the numbering system used in this question paper. So in your question paper, make sure that when you say question 1, you are able to number your questions correctly so that you write the correct answer to the appropriate numbering. Question 1 basically is about statistics. Question 1 is about statistics, and we'll realize that on statistics there, what we need to take note of, all the things, concepts that we have learned from grade 10, I'm sure some from grade 8, but grade 10, 11, 12, all the concepts that we have learned there, please take note of them. I will mention here the scatter plot, as it will be one concept that is assessed for the first time in paper 2, but all other concepts in statistics will be mentioned. Now the scatter plot is on the scatter plot is about bivariant data. The scatter plot is about bivariant data. Now it means in this that we have 2 sets of data. For the scatter plot, you'll be given normally a table in other question papers, a table which will be in which will be given 2 sets of data with values here. There will be values here. I'll just make an example here. There will be values to say, what do I write? 19, 26. These are the values that you may have on the scatter plot. If you need to draw a scatter plot, and this is your bivariant data, there must be 2 values on your data. 109, and the other data 98 and 210. So scatter plot, be careful that you need to have 2 sets of data for you to draw a scatter plot. There must be 2 sets of data. And once you have drawn the scatter plot, some of the question will want the equation of the line of the regression line of least squares regression line, and the equation for that is y is equals to a plus bx. The equation for that is equals to is y equals to a plus bx. Now on a scatter plot, like we said, you will be having this kind of a table, and with the table, then you can use the values here. Normally, this value here represent normally the horizontal line, which is the x-axis if you wish, and this normally becomes the vertical line, which is the y-axis if you like. Now, this is how you plot your points on the scatter plot. Like in this question here, the two sets of data is given. Now you plot your points. Now, when you plot the points, you just look at this value and you match it up with the value in the second row, time taken in second. So it is 50 days and the time taken is 12.9. So on your scatter plot, you look for 50 years, 50 somewhere here, and the time taken is 12.9, and there is 12.9. You plot the point. It is 50 and 12.9. 50 and 12.9. Do you see that point there? And you go to the second point, 70 number of days. 70 days is matched with 13.1. So you go on your line here, horizontal line. Here is 70. 70 is matched with 13.1. There is 13.1. Can you see that? So you plot your points on the scatter plot. That is how you plot your point. And once you have drawn the point, you need to be careful that the question, as you have drawn the points, the question after plotting your points, the question after plotting the points like this will actually ask you to find the equation first, find the equation of the least squares regression line, and thereafter we'll be asking you to draw, not intuitively, but to draw the least squares regression line. Now, to draw the least squares regression line, you'll have to find the mean of this first row and the mean of the second row, and that becomes one of your points there. And then you can take any other point from the x-axis or the horizontal line to substitute it here for x, and you get the other point. So those will assist you to draw the least squares regression line.